So around we go. Now that grey building is just there to the right as we come around, and then there's all sort of red brick sections in behind it as we head up. And they of course would have been added at much later stages. At the very tip top now you'll have the choice today of the James Joyce Centre, the Dublin Writers Museum, the Municipal, also known as the Hugh Lane Art Gallery, and of course the Gardens of Remembrance. The Municipal and Hugh Lane Art Gallery are one and the same. Now this is the one that has the Francis Bacon studio in it. This is the studio that was taken apart shortly after his death and reassembled exactly as it was at the time of his death. So if you're into the arty side of things now, that might be of interest. There's also a little collection inside the doorway of items pertaining to Hugh Lane. And there's also a little section to do with the Lusitania in there as well. Hugh Lane died aboard the Lusitania when it was sunk off the west coast of Ireland in 1915. There's also actually a page, photograph of a page from the Irish Times from shortly after the sinking, and there's a whole list of names of the people that lost their lives on board the vessel as well. But it's just an interesting little piece there to do with the Lusitania if you're interested in it, folks. But in the meantime, this is where you are, folks. You're at the top end of Parnell at stop number 1A. You're okay in that, yeah? Now, in a few moments here on the right-hand side, you're going to find a large set of blue gates leading into the area known as the Gardens of Remembrance. The large piece of sculpture to the back end of the grounds is by the late Oisin Kelly and represents the children of Lear changing into swans. The children of Lear, one of the old Irish legends. Now, they were changed into swans by their wicked stepmother and banished to the lakes of Ireland for 900 years. Also on the right is the Gate Theatre. Now, the Gate was founded in 1928 by Micheál Mac Liammóir and Hilton Edwards. They were two flamboyant theatrical personalities in Dublin, to say the very least. Two late actors who had some associations with the Gate, but James Mason was one and Orson Welles was the other. Now back down into O'Connell Street now, and we're heading in a southward direction. Now folks, this is the main street through Dublin. It's also the capital's widest street. It's about 154 feet from side to side. It's undergone a fair bit of remodelling in recent times. They reduced the road space, increased the footpath space and so on. And the centrepiece for the work that was done a number of years ago here in the main street is there on your front and right hand side. It's called the Millennium Spire. It's about 120 metres tall, weighs about 126 tonnes. Most Dubliners nowadays would just simply refer to it as the Spike. But it's also known as the Stiletto in the Ghetto, the Spire in the Mire, the Skewer in the Sewer, the Nail in the Pail, Spike you like, or dislike as the case may be, with some people even referring to it simply as the EYEFUL Tower, the Eiffel Tower. Now in a moment or two here we're going to pop in for stop number 2, which is situated here at the lower end of O'Connell Street at the Abbey Street Junction. So we're going to come in for stop number 2 now in just a few moments at lower O'Connell Street at the Abbey Street Junction. Now, so this is stop number 2, and the location is lower O'Connell Street here at the Abbey Street Junction. So that's where you are at the moment now. Lower O'Connell Street, stop number 2.